Yoko and Risky Dimensional Ring. Yoko and Risky Dimensional Ring. Yoko and Risky Dimensional Ring.
2, 1.
Go. Welcome back to Yoko.
Oh man.
Agility, strength. It's the end of 2024 as we know it. Thank goodness. To you, my friend Frisky.
It's the end of the world as we know it. Well, first of all, when you did that intro, you sounded like a jumbled mess.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
Is it because I'm too close to the mic or something?
No, you're fine now. Sometimes that happens. Like you're doing the intro, and it's like, well, two, strength, agility. That's what you sound like.
Oh my god.
But
Care.
yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah, but you're right. It is the end of 2024. As we record this, we have about like a day or two left in the year. We hope you guys had a great Christmas. Oh my god. I just set up my new TV in my place and it's looking sexy. I was playing some Tekken 8 to test it out. Some Spider-Man 2 and it's gorgeous. And I just ordered a new couch that's coming next Saturday. And I'm going to be ready for hibernation because I hate winter. Fuck winter.
Yeah, that's why I don't live in winter anymore.
You can quote me on that. That's how you know when you're getting older, when you're excited for new furniture.
Yeah, bro. For real.
Yeah. But how was your Christmas?
Good. I ranted to you about it before. So I saw Wicked. I rested. There was some dummy dude just talking over it, made me very angry. But you know what? We're better than them. So we stepped over that garbage and enjoyed the movie for what it was. I'm saying it now.
Right,
it's not worth to get into a fight with somebody, but you should speak up. You know?
All right, cool. So yeah, this is our end of the year episode. I guess it's the season 6 finale where we just talk about a bunch of stuff that we liked during the year. You know, I'm sure there's plenty of things you haven't told me about yet. And you saw Wicked and Mufasa. Oof. It's quite the double feature.
Oh boy.
It's quite the double feature.
Get ready for that one.
Yeah.
Get ready for that one.
But it's gonna be a good time. I don't really have anything for you to react to this week, except for this really cool gingerbread
Really?
house. I know, right?
Wow.
I'm slacking.
I'm just surprised. You usually like on a 10 for that.
It's been a slow week, you know. People are with their families and getting divorced. You know how it is.
Oh, getting divorced. That's important. Oh, you know, they're just getting divorced. Getting there. All right, what we got?
Well, look at this gingerbread house.
Oh, it's a waffle gingerbread house. That's actually really well done. Good Lord.
I know, it's adorable.
Good on them, you know?
People are like obsessed with fucking Waffle House. Like, there was this campaign earlier in the year that people wanted Waffle House as a Tekken stage, and Harada like took it seriously. He's like, "Why do people want this establishment in Tekken?" And then he saw videos, and he was like, "Oh no, we can't do that. Licensing is too expensive."
I think that's hilarious for one, right? And two, it just deserves to be made. That's all I gotta say. So, you know, if they have like a stage creator though,
yeah, maybe
you know,
one day.
yeah,
One day, you know, when the technology gets there.
yeah. When the technology gets there, oh my gosh, you're funny.
It's like Tony Hawk made it possible in 1999. Like, can do it now. But we're gonna start off with your hot takes on Wicked and Mufasa. I think that's a good jumping off point. Would you agree?
All right. Do you want to start with the dirty pants or the nice clean ones?
Give it to me straight, Doc. G-
All right. Let's start off bad, so then we'll go good. Okay.
Okay.
Let's do that. So Mufasa, get ready for some pure, unadulterated doo-doo. I gotta say, it was an entertaining film. Would I ever watch it again? Absolutely not. Would I recommend it to somebody? A kid? If your children are into lion singing, sure. But the premise of the film, I'm gonna give it to you quick. Mufasa, Scar, they're not brothers. Already a minus 10 points. They are traveling together, running away from the White Lion clan. That's right. White lions are bad. I've learned that.
Ooh, message.
Right. Also, what else was there? Oh, talk to the people you have crushes on, or you'll become an incel and evil. That's all. That's what I learned. White lion's bad. Talking to girls is good, unless you don't talk to girls. Be yourself and use your avatar powers to fight things. That's what I learned.
Jesus Christ. I do have one question. Were the
Yeah?
expressions on the lions more expressive?
Actually, they were. They smiled brighter. They articulated. The problem is, this film would have been better if it was 2D animated. I think it would have passed the test if it was honestly 2D animated. What's up?
I think most movies would be better if they were 2D animated. Can you imagine Madam Web as an anime? I can.
You know what? If it was an anime, oh my god, I haven't seen Madam Web, but I bet you if it was an anime, I think they would have put it over the edge. But yeah, I would say save this for streaming so you don't really have to pay for it. It was a film that didn't bore me, but I never want to watch it again. So there.
Sound like Adam from Your Movies Suck.
Yeah, I didn't even mean to.
5 out of 10. Closer to a 4 than a 6.
I would say give it a 3. If you're sick and you want to watch it with your children, that's the time to watch Mufasa. That way, you can hallucinate something better.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm looking at the poster. It just looks very bland and dreary. It got killed in the box office by Sonic because Sonic has color.
Yeah, you know what they're trying to do? Disney's trying to supplement it by ordering more theaters to show Mufasa and less theaters for Sonic, so that the competition is pretty much more not really evened out, but they're trying to do it that way, and it doesn't seem to be working.
I found a really funny picture from the movie.
You did?
This is my response to everything now. Oh shit!
Look, if you Google
Look at that.
Mufasa, oh, let me see. Yeah, that was one of the expressions. Like, I horribly summarized this film, but to do it even faster, Mufasa gets separated from his mom and dad. They're looking for Malele, which is basically Pride Rock. Then Scar saves him, and his name is Taka. They grow up together. Taka's supposed to be the king of another pride, and Mufasa is treated like garbage and is told to not train with the kings. And the kings, you know what the kings did?
What?
Guess what they did? You just give me a guess. What?
It is some of them.
Well, they didn't want Mufasa around, but Scar was literally the definition of a rich kid, spoiled. And when he stayed with all the males, all they did was sleep. Mufasa, he would stay with the females, learn to hunt, learn to sense. He pretty much became the Avatar. And then the White Lion clan killed everybody. And the father was like, "No, save my son. He's so precious. He has to protect the bloodline. He's got to continue the bloodline." And Mufasa out here bodying people, by the way, just to protect Scar. Scar can't fight. Scar can't sense anything. Scar doesn't know how to. Yeah, it was like bodyguard the whole way through. Okay, and there was this one part in the film. They meet up with Sarabi, and Sarabi's like, "Yo, there's these white lions. They're decimating other lions. What's going on, man? This is racist or something like that." And Mufasa has a plan to get around them, and they scatter, and then Sarabi's like, "I'll scare the elephants with bees so the white lions don't get us." And then an elephant stampede happens. She gets knocked out. Mufasa saves her, and then he holds her like a baby and goes, "I got you, girl. I got you." And I burst out laughing. Like, can you imagine Mufasa saying, "I got you"?
Yeah, wink, wink. I got you. You're not gonna die from a stampede. I hope no one dies from a stampede. Wouldn't that be crazy if someone died from a stampede?
Yes, and that is, I'm not gonna lie, they put that in as a premonition for the movie several times. I'm not joking.
Not interested in this weird fan fiction.
That's what it was, though. Fan fiction would have been better animated.
It honestly sounds like the first Thor, because Thor and Loki are like, they both want the the crown or whatever, and Loki gets butt hurt and he can't defend himself, and yeah, that's what Scar sounds like.
Yeah, but as of right now, Sonic was just way more entertaining, bright, colorful. I will say that they all had the same message of, protect the ones you love and believe in yourself. Okay. Now to Wicked.
Oh boy.
Do you like musicals?
When they're good.
Okay, this is a really good musical, I will say. It's a very good musical. From the costumes to the bright colors, the choreography. Ariana Grande made me laugh. Okay? Ariana Grande is hilarious. To me, the person who played the witch, really great. What's her name? Hold on. I thought she was very beautiful. What is her name? Cynthia Erivo. Very beautiful. There was a segment where you're gonna put. I'm just gonna give you like this. Oh no, I wish I had this image. I'm gonna screenshot this image and just send it to you. You can make it the thumbnail. There was a segment where this prince guy comes, and everybody, I mean everybody's like, oh. I'm sitting here going like, and he's flexing his chest. He's basically Gaston, but without the assholetry.
Oh my goodness.
And he had a song about, forget school, I'm just hot and I do whatever I want. I'm not even joking.
Forget school. Now this raised a few questions, because this is a part 1 of the story?
Yes, it is a part 1. I've never read Wicked. I haven't seen the play, so I'm keeping myself blind. But this is a hero to villain story. This is a story about misunderstanding, a real good grasp on racism, and I want to say ableism, past karma. So, do you know why Elphaba's green?
No.
So, spoiler alert, her mom cheated on her dad with a guy who sells elixirs. And this elixir must have been magic because it turned her green when she was born, and she just blames herself. And I was like, dang, this is some family trauma. So she's trying to discover who she is. And she's trying to navigate this world through trying to make everybody comfortable while she's around by putting her head down. I was like, ooh, relatable.
It's like
I'm
the pale lady from Barb and Star go to Vista Del Mar.
kind of. Oh my god, kind of.
So serious.
But for real, this movie has some serious moments, some lighthearted moments. It has action. It has drama. I saw it with a friend, and she was like, "There's definitely some queer undertones here," and I'm like, "Absolutely." But it, as of December 31st, you could just own it. So I'm gonna have to see it again because the guy next to me was being a rude dickwad. I can't get over that. I'd give him 0 stars for ruining Christmas for his family as well as everybody else around him.
I got a
And
question.
yeah,
I googled Wicked and this came up. Is this relevant to the movie at all?
yes, absolutely. The beauty of this piece is not only quite delightful, but I'd love to eat it. Anyway,
Oh, ayo.
I mean, let's be real here. But yeah, Wicked, highly recommend. Only if you like musicals. I think it's beyond a musical, but it's a great film, great family film.
I think I'm gonna wait for just part 2 to come out so I could just see them back to back.
I think you should. I wonder when part 2's coming out.
It's next year, like next Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay. That sounds nice. Well, there's already like a trailer for it.
Well, yeah, I think they filmed them back to back. And they split them up.
Oh.
But, yeah, I'll keep that on the radar for sure. I'm gonna wait for them to do a Violent Night musical. That would be sweet.
Oh my god, that would be hilarious.
Yeah.
And now,
Smurfs
our
up, am I
feature
right?
presentation.
All right, any movies that you've seen that you're anticipating or excited for?
Well, I'm excited for a lot of movies next year, but I'm gonna give you guys my top 10 for this year.
Okay.
Top 10 frisky movies recommend in all caps. Number 10 is going to be this movie called Trapped. It's the concert movie where they try to trap the serial killer played by Josh Hartnett. And it's not because I think it's like a masterpiece or anything. It's because it's fucking goofy as hell. It is so goofy. The acting,
Ooh.
the way people react to him, the decision making. He pushes a girl down the stairs and no one notices.
Wow.
He makes a deep fryer explode at this restaurant and no one fucking notices. Like, it's a fucking concert. It's packed. And there's cops everywhere and there's cameras everywhere and no one catches this dude just like committing like multiple felonies.
Sounds right.
But the funniest part is like the whole movie doesn't take place at the concert. It's like maybe like 2/3. Like what happens after the concert is what really makes this movie like a fun watch with people. It's a fun watch to like just poke fun at and cut ass on. I recommend it. It's funny. And then M. Night Shyamalan's daughter's in the movie playing a Lady Gaga ripoff, and
Oh,
it's hit or miss. Her acting is so bad.
not a Lady Gaga ripoff.
Her name is Lady Raven, and
Oh.
her music sounds like a cross between like Ariana Grande and like Dua Lipa. Just like if AI was put a bunch of pop stars in a generator, that's what her music sounds like.
Ew.
Next
Go on.
Yeah, number 9. Did you know a Bad Boys movie came out this year? Because it did.
What?
Yeah, Bad Boys Ride or Die.
What?
It's
No.
Yeah, dog. Bad Boys Ride or Die is the 4th film in the Bad Boys cinematic universe.
Didn't Martin Lawrence gain some weight or something? Is he like?
He did, but they could CGI that off. But yeah, like I know I watched this movie. I know I enjoyed this movie, but then it's like no one ever talked about it again. Like it just came and went. But I assure you, it's good. It had like really good action. There was a scene where they're like going through this place and it's all first person, like a
Mhm.
video game, and then like switching the camera back and forth. Like it's cool. And then the guy from the big doofy teenager from Bad Boys 2, he gets a really cool action scene, and it was nice. It was cinema. But
It was cinema.
but yeah, if you're on a plane, check it out.
That's funny.
And number 8 is going to be The Substance. This is the movie I've been talking about because it's really freaky. Stars Demi Moore. She's coming out of nowhere to just like steal the movie. Oh, that's a spoiler. I mean, not.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's better to go in as blind as possible. It's a movie about like body
Okay.
dysmorphia and image. Like it's a movie about like a woman going through her career and having people tell her that she's past her prime, so she goes to extreme lengths to recapture that glory from her old days. And
Oh, oh,
yeah,
okay.
Scott Pilgrim Award
The
because
Scott Pilgrim Award, of course.
it's the most underrated film of the year. More people need to talk about it. I wouldn't be surprised though if she gets like her, the other woman, Margaret
Margot
Qualley.
Ro Oh,
Yeah,
you mean Margot Robbie?
no, Margaret Qualley. She's the other
Okay.
actress in the movie alongside Demi Moore. They both do a phenomenal job. Like I wouldn't be surprised if they kill it in awards season. So yeah, check out The Substance. Just don't eat while watching it. Number
Oh, for
7.
real?
Yeah. there's it's like not a nasty movie. There's just a few scenes in there that's like pretty extreme. It just goes like, oh, go.
Ew.
But it's a good story. Like I promise you. Number 7 is gonna be The Wild Robot. It's been a good year for animation, and DreamWorks. They dropped the was that Teenage Kraken movie this year or was that last year?
That was last year, and I heard it wasn't great, but I didn't watch it, so I can't tell you.
Okay, well they came back this year with like one of their best films in a long time. Like if I didn't know this was DreamWorks, I would be like, oh, Pixar made this because it just has that Pixar DNA. It's
Mhm.
it's funny, it's cute, it's heartfelt, it has a great story, and the animation is off the chain. And if you haven't seen it yet, Jen, I recommend watching it.
I
It's
actually own it, and I didn't watch it yet because I was like, "Who should I watch it with?"
You own it.
I own
You
it.
own the robot. She's your
I
slave.
own the robot. No,
Ross is your
no,
slave.
no.
No, indubitably. Yeah, Wild Robot was good. Number 6 is the sexy tennis movie Challengers. The one with Zendaya.
Yo, the music you sent me from it, I was like, "Oh, all
The
right, this is what I'm
music in this movie goes hard for no reason. It's just like I want to play a sample, but I don't want to get copyright strike. Just look up the
Yeah.
Challenger soundtrack. It's really good. It's like you're in a club. You're like in 1980s Miami, running from the cops. That's what it sounds like. And then like there's a scene at the end. They're playing tennis, and you like get the viewpoint from the ball as it goes back and forth.
Mhm,
It's
mhm.
crazy. It's an insane scene. But it's a funny story too. Like just seeing the relationship between these three people over the years. It really entertained me. It surprised me.
Yeah, yeah.
Go check out Challenges. Then number 5 was Speak No Evil, which is like a thriller. It's based on I think a Swedish film that came out 2 years ago,
Mhm,
and it's about
mhm,
this family that gets invited by this other family to go on vacation, and then a lot of creepy things start to happen. But it's like it's gonna end up in a bad place, but it's the escalation that had me
mhm.
entertained, just like slowly, like you see, like oh, these people are not right, and they have a kid that can't talk, and there's a reason why he can't
Oh,
talk.
no.
Yeah, it goes places, man. Like it goes places like that last act will, have your butt cheeks clenched. You're just like, oh my god, what's
Charles
gonna happen?
Xavier's in it.
He
Charles.
is. He does a great job playing like this really welcoming and friendly, um, person. Like you believe, like, oh, he's chill. But then, like, the more time you spend with him, the more unhinged he gets, and it's great. Oh yeah, I just got a picture of him screaming.
I'm
Like,
I'm I'm looking at the preview while we talk because I didn't hear about it. But if it's from Bloomhouse, like their movies have been really good lately. Like
I don't think it's.
Gary
I don't think it's from Blumhouse. Who did
Blum.
this?
I saw Universal and then Blumhouse.
Yeah, it's definitely Universal. Blumhouse be putting out some stinkers like Night Swim, the movie
Oh,
Tarot. Oh my god, that movie Tarot was so bad.
are you serious? It's about like tarot
It's
cards.
about tarot cards, but like in the most vanilla way possible. Like it's PG. There's no blood. It's like you see the
Oh,
creepy ghost, the creepy clown on the card, and guess what? The creepy clown shows up, and it cuts to black because it's PG. But Speak No Evil
it
was
was
good.
written by a conservative.
Yeah, number 4 is gonna go to Deadpool and the Wolverine. Yeah, this buddy comedy. Everybody loves it, and I don't have to say much about Deadpool and Wolverine. Everybody watched it. It was a good time. Lots of nostalgia in there. Uh,
Yeah, that movie was fun as heck,
it
and I was not surprised. What is it? I was not
disappointed.
disappointed. Yes, it was the gayest movie I've ever seen all year.
Oh yeah, lots of gay undertones. You know, like Ryan Reynolds did a great job. Hugh Jackman did a good job. A lot of the cameos were off the hook. I got to see it again on Thanksgiving. I got to see like all the jokes I missed, and there's so many like really
Hmm.
subtle references and nods to like previous things, and
Hmm.
it just it has layers, man. But it was great to see Hugh Jackman in the costume finally. Hopefully, that Wolverine game will come out finally next year. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, right.
Number 3 is the Fall
Yeah,
Guy.
right. The Fall
The
Guy,
Fall Guy with Ryan Gosling, Ken.
that action-packed film.
Yeah, it's a love letter to stunt doubles, and it's also like a great rom com. Like it's funny. Like I had a great time watching this. It's just like a throwback to like the old school like '90s like Hollywood movies that they would make, where it's like an action comedy, and they have Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt have great chemistry together, so you're rooting for them. And Aaron Taylor
Aw,
Johnson, aka Craven, he plays a douche in the movie.
okay.
So yeah, it's a fun flick. Number 2 is Inside Out 2. Yeah.
Really? I still haven't seen that one yet.
When this was announced, I thought it was unnecessary. I'm like, why are they making Inside Out 2 besides money? I thought this was gonna be trash, but it surprised the shit out of
Yeah?
me. Yeah, dog. Pixar brought their A game to this one, and it makes you feel things. Like if a movie can make me feel things, it's gonna be high on my list. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
it's very rare that a movie can invoke an emotional response in me because everything's just like really generic these days. But Inside Out
Yeah.
2 tickled my heartstrings. It's just very relatable, especially when you go through puberty. You're feeling all these emotions.
Yeah.
When you go through puberty, when you go to like a new school or a new club or anything, it just captured that situation so well. And then
The magic.
anxiety is like an antagonist, but also she's not an antagonist because it's like she's trying to make things better, but in doing so, she makes things worse. Just that's what anxiety
Yeah.
does.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, I haven't seen the movie, but my friend said she brought her nephew, and he thought that anxiety was the bad guy, and like a scenario explained would be like, "Oh, I'll do the dishes. Just give me the dish," and then you're already like almost done with the dishes, and you're tugging back and forth, and the dish slips from your hand and it breaks, therefore making it worse.
You're
When
just
in
like
reality,
no.
Yep. So like I thought that was a interesting observation, like how everyone's gonna see anxiety different, you know?
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's going to be lots of interpretations. Um, just lots of people taking different things from the movie, I guess. Yeah, like movies like this is like why Pixar's
Mhm.
has the reputation they have. That's why it makes me sad when they're like, "Oh, we're gonna make another Toy Story, another Incredibles." I'm like, "Come on, guys, you don't. You guys had the sauce for so much
Yeah.
better." But that's the world we live in. And number
There
one, yes,
ooh, number 1. I was gonna say, Disney's cowards. That's all I gotta say.
yeah, dude, we're
Because think
getting.
about it,
Hmm.
Sonic, they had some properties that were original that they canceled that would have been phenomenal, and, now they're like, "Now let's just double down." Pixar can do whatever they want, but we're not gonna do whatever we want. Continue. Number 1, I'm
Yeah.
anticipating number 1.
Oh, I think you know what number one is, girl. It's Madam What? Nah, it's Sonic the Hedgehog.
Of course, yeah! Get
Madam
ready to feel like a kid
Web.
again.
It's got the
Everybody
answer,
likes Madam Web.
Madam Web. Yeah, Sonic 3. Like I said last week, we had a great time seeing it with you and your friends, and it's a movie that's just it keeps on giving. I love seeing everybody's reaction to it online. They love the movie. People have seen it multiple times, drawn a lot of fan art. It's just one of those movies that brings people together.
I have.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's about family, and I forgot to talk about in our review. Like the marketing
Mhm.
for the movie has
And
been,
even my friends who just d
yeah. Go ahead, speak your truth.
has been what? Oh, I didn't hear. The marketing for the movie has been what though? Good?
Yeah, it's been A+, man. Like, remember all those like parody posters they put out?
Oh yeah, dude. Yo, they were pretty fire. Even like they're like, let's bring back Ugly Sonic. Remember him? Aren't you glad he's not in the movie? Would you like him as a Christmas sweater though? Like
Yes.
that got me.
Yeah, man. Like everything, like the lead up, they really know their audience and they know how to hype this movie up well. And even after the fact, I'm still learning about like the Easter eggs that they hit in the movie, like the
Mhm.
motif and the music. Like the bio lizard, it wasn't in the movie, but remember that scene when Shadow and Maria are watching like a kaiju movie?
Yeah.
That's the bio lizard. Like, he's the kaiju. I'm just like, oh
No
shit.
way.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, that's so cool.
Oh,
Snuck it under your
that is pretty neat.
nose.
They did.
Yeah,
They did. I also what's the robot Shadow and Rouge hang out with?
Omega.
Omega. There was a toy of Omega at the beginning, and I didn't notice it till I saw it the second time when the guy was watching Shadow before he popped out of the uh his prison that I put Sailor Moon in. I'm leaving Sailor Moon in
Oh
there.
yeah, we made the little Lego set. But yeah,
Yeah, we made a
this movie is very successful. It crossed 100 million domestically. Like 2 days ago, it's on 88 on Rotten Tomatoes now, and actually went up.
really it went
It is
up, yo.
88. It is officially the highest rated video game movie of all time.
Wow. I feel like the third one has been good because again, I rate movies and I've said it multiple times. I rate movies by rewatchability. All right? If I can rewatch a film multiple times, leave it on in the background, it's a good film. You can't tell me any different because even a bad film can be good in your eyes, but an epic film that you could talk about over and over and over again and enjoy the colors, get excited for when it turns on, the sounds, the visuals. If you can focus on that and just remember what that film means to you, it's a good film.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm thinking of taking my mom to see it just for the fact, like, it's a Jim Carrey movie. People love Jim Carrey. I think that's a big part of the reason why people turned out because Jim Carrey don't be doing movies anymore. So it's like when you have a
Yeah.
chance to see him, you got to go see him. You got before he runs away again. But yeah, Sonic
Yeah,
3,
it's true.
best movie.
I
If
can't.
uh,
I can't wait for the next one. I'm like, we already just saw this one, but I'm like, I happily await the next one.
for real, um, will it be as good? I mean, it's too early to say, but I think it's gonna do well. I think these guys know they can't fuck this up.
Oh, also, I went on Amazon to pre-order the movie, right? That movie uh so I'm gonna Google it. So if I wanted a steelbook Sonic the Hedgehog 3, so many people have already like pre-ordered it. The price went down.
Ooh, gotta get them while it's hot, girl.
Yeah, I usually just go to Walmart and grab it, but I was like, nah, I don't want to go to Walmart. I'd rather get but it's $43
The Steelbook.
for the 4K Ultra Blu-ray digital copy with DVD.
Jesus, girl, you don't even
Yeah,
have a VCR. Why do you need all that?
I know. I just want the DVD Blu-ray combo. I like the combo because um I have more accessibility to DVDs than I do with Blu-rays because my Blu-ray player is literally my PS4. So
You're not wrong. It says 43.49 from Target.
yeah, yeah.
Ugh.
And the price has been fluctuating. So now it's 30. It's like it went from 44 to 34. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's probably gonna be out around Valentine's Day. So, maybe once it gets closer to that date, maybe it'll be cheaper.
Yeah.
They got Knuckles in
Mm.
4K. Hey. In
Wow.
Walmart.
Uh, plugs nose up. Yeah.
All right. If you guys want a bad movie that I saw, the worst movie I saw this year was Alien Romulus. That was a piece of shit. I saw it with Twilight, and we were just cutting ass. Like Dora the Explorer was in it, and she had a scene where she was running and she fell, and it was funny.
Oh, she fell. Oh God, I can't.
She fell, and then she takes black goo, and then spawns a tyrant from Resident Evil. It was a mess. Like, I don't know why Alien is a franchise. Like, just put it to bed. Put it.
Yeah, I think that one in particular should just go to bed. Keep it in video game world where it's
Mm-hmm.
like better.
Speaking of video games, what are some games you
Mhm.
played this year?
Mhm. Well, I played Power Rangers with you. I wish we beat it, but it was hard as hell.
Yeah, dude.
Um,
Let's explain why this game was frustrating. uh,
yeah,
it's a
the
it's a beat 'em up like the Turtles games, right? But then sometimes they have vehicle
yeah.
sections. They have motorcycle section. I'm like, all right, it's not bad. But the main thing is the Zord sections. We get to the first Zord section, we realize something's wrong. It's like kind of like Star Fox. We were running towards something and shooting everything. But then it's like they don't give you health pickups during these sections. They don't give you like checkpoints.
They don't, which is it's like insulting. It's like, come on, bro.
It's like we were having a great time until we got to the
Make it manageable. And
first.
this was on normal. We didn't even put it on easy.
Yeah, so the first Megazord fight is very confusing because you're like in a first person cockpit view, and you have to like run up to the guy and like punch him with your fist, like pop, 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 pop. But then he keeps running away. Like, I don't know. Every time Jen would like use the Megazord, we would just run away. She's
Yeah,
like, it took us forever.
at it. I was like, what's going on? Oh my god, yeah. I was like, fine, I'll leave it to you. And it's nice that it wants you to equal out, right? Like, oh, we'll let this other person play. Let's see if they can do it. And I just messed it up. Not because I wanted to. I was like, come on.
Yeah, and they also have this really
Come
weird
on, Shelly.
mechanic. There's weird mechanic where you're playing in the stages. They'll bring out like a giant hourglass, and you have to destroy the hourglass,
Mhm.
or else everything will rewind like a minute backwards. So you have to like, if you're
Mm.
fighting a bunch of goons and you kill them, guess what? They come back to life, and it's like rinse and repeat. And so you can
Yep.
destroy the hourglass. And that's a cool concept for like once in a blue
Yep.
moon, but it's like in every fucking level, and it just kills the
Yeah, and you have to beat
pacing.
it
It,
quickly. Yep.
so it's like the developers just expected everyone to play with 5 players all the time. It's up to 5 players. But if you're playing with just 2 people, or God forbid single player, it's really hard. It's a really hard game. So it's like
Mhm.
they
I
had
agree.
they had a good thing. They just didn't implement it well. If they just tweaked a few things, this would be like God tier. But again, we didn't beat it. We're up to the Green Ranger level, and that's the
Mhm.
hardest level in the game because you have to like. There's
For
so many enemies on screen.
real?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and so many
dude, it was
enemies.
just
You have to destroy. You have to go like to destroy a power generator. You got to destroy the time thing, and then you got to fight the Dragon Zord. You got to shoot Tommy, who's like
mhm.
the size of a fucking mosquito.
Yep, 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 and you have to be on point. You can't even be like a pixel off. That's really annoying,
Oh
you know?
God, yes. But did Power World come out this year?
Yes, it did, and it is a fantastic game.
Oh yeah, go off on Power World.
So, okay, Pal World. Do not think of Pal World as a Pokemon game. It is more like Breath of the Wild meets Minecraft meets Animal Crossing if you want it to meets I guess you could say like pretty much any simulator game that you want with Pokemon. Like I wish Pokemon had more abilities, more things to do because when you play Pokemon and you beat the journey, the next thing is to grind and get all the Pokemon. That's it. In Pal World, you have to survive. You have to build a house. You have to catch some mons. Some of them have resources. You can do anything. You don't even have to follow the missions if you don't want to. You can build a cottage core house like I did. You can go around and claim cult leaders. You could just take cult leaders out. There are bosses, and their bosses are like gym leaders, but also not. They're kind of, they have guns. But like in Pokemon, we'll never see that. Like, bro, there was a pretty boy with a bird and a gun, and I couldn't beat him, and that's okay because you ask your friend to come on, they'll level up with you, give them some mons, and you just destroy them. And it you'll get it depending on how you play. Like I'll spend like 4 hours just building and gaining resources. It's ridiculous
Yeah,
how I got just so caught up building. But it's a fun game. I'd say give it a try. Don't take it as a Pokemon game because if you do, don't bother. Okay, just take it as a fun filled game with adventure and joy.
yeah. I see you play a
So
little bit. It's like Minecraft meets Animal
yeah,
Crossing meets Pokemon meets Monster Hunter. Like it has a lot of like
yeah.
quadrants. It
Mhm.
really fills the need for a lot of like crafting and combat and
Mhm.
just luxury. Living in a house.
Mhm.
It's it's very interesting. I mean, Nintendo. They made the Pokemon game Nintendo could never. Basically, they don't have a.
Well, they have $1 billion. $1 billion. Why can't Pokemon games be more of an adventure? Like the last fun I really genuinely had with Pokemon was Arceus, and Arceus was closer to Breath of the Wild, but it wasn't open world, and there were missions that were perfectly timed and whatnot. But when you're done with the game, that's it. You could play it again, but like you know,
you know,
yeah,
I feel you.
yeah.
Yeah, I played like 3 main titles this year.
Hmm.
First in January, the Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown came out. I purchased
Mm-hmm.
it over the summer, and that was basically my summer game. And it's so good. It's such a great Metroidvania game. Story I don't give a shit about, but everything else, like the combat and the traversal and the art style and the music, it's great, man. And it just sucks that we're not gonna get a sequel because it didn't perform well. But it did win a game award. I forgot which one. But it won one, which that made me
Ooh.
happy. Then Tekken 8, man, just celebrated its 30th anniversary of the franchise. Tekken 8 is that game, bro. Like if you have a PS5, that's the game to get. It's the story mode was insane. It's way better than Sevens because I actually replayed it a few times. Like people would be like, "Oh, can I see you play the story?" And be like, "Hell yeah!" And I'd be locked in for like 4 hours replaying that shit.
Oh my god.
And the DLC has been solid. We had Eddie Gordo, Lydia. Hey, Hachi came back from the dead because Jesus Christ, they can't just leave him dead.
Mm-hmm.
He had amnesia and long hair. It was weird. You know how he got rid of his amnesia? He headbutted an asteroid
Mm-hmm.
and he became evil again.
Wow. So mindful, so demure.
And yeah, it's a beautiful game. They're gonna add more levels, more characters in the coming years, more items that if you want to
Mm-hmm.
purchase with real money, but I don't do that. And then they just had the Final Fantasy guy, Clive, what's his face. He was the last DLC character for the first season, and yeah, it's a great time to jump in on Tekken. I'm probably gonna get PlayStation Online so I could finally play online and get my ass beat. Great times.
Mm-hmm.
But the game of the year, man, is fucking Astrobot, man. Like if you have a PS5,
Let's
PS5,
get
and
it.
exactly, and you're not playing Astrobot, what the hell is wrong with you, man? Like this platformer, it just always puts me in a good mood. It has great music. It's not that hard, but it's not meant to be that hard. It's meant to be fun,
I
and
kind of
I know you want to play it. I know you do. And Team Team
want it.
Asobi,
Yeah.
they understood the
Uh-huh.
assignment. They understood that video games are meant to be fun. And that's not even talking about all the PlayStation lore in the game. Like you're rescuing these bots
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
from different games. You might see Jill Valentine here, or Dante here, or Solid Snake, or even like deep cuts like the Devil Dice guy, or they have Klonoa, Tomba. Remember Toomba? Like
I think it's they call it Tombi in UK. I think it's Tomba.
yeah, but you know who I'm talking about though. That's
But
that's important.
yeah, yeah. And that came out for the Switch recently, and I'm like, "Oh, what?"
Yeah, I
I wanted to play the Final Fantasy Rebirth really badly. I'm just gonna wait, but they announced that it is coming to um the PC, so I was like, I won't ever need to buy a PS5.
yeah, dog. Like
And it's $70 for both the first and the second game. If right now, but I don't wanna
it seems
pay
like
that
all
money
the
right
all
now.
these games from Xbox and PlayStation are just eventually going to PC. So
Yeah, PC Master Race.
yeah, so like all those people who are being made fun of for being PC gamers in like the early 2000s are just laughing at everybody now. It's like, we got all your games now, bitch. Who needs a console?
For real. Plus, you're saving a lot more. I'm gonna be that person for a second, but you are saving a lot of money when you buy a PC game. The only downfall is that um you technically rent the game. You don't really own it anymore. So physical discs are always going to be superior.
Physical disc matters. They matter, guys.
Yeah, they do.
But
Considering.
yeah, that was it for games. But they had a Marvel versus Capcom collection come out this year. You know, it's great to see Marvel vs. Capcom come back out of retirement. You know, and you get all
I
those
love that
games.
game, but it wasn't really good for the Switch.
Why it
It's
was
a
performing?
PlayStation property for life, man.
Was it performing weird on
Well,
the
I
Switch?
had one of them. Yeah, it didn't play right, like controller wise, and that's saying a lot. Maybe I didn't have the right controller, maybe, but like I noticed sometimes the PlayStation versions play better, but here we are.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'd want an actual like PlayStation controller to play that game with. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's good to see. It's good to see it back. I'll pick it up at some point. Like I haven't played the older titles like Street Fighter versus X Men and Marvel
Oh, I
versus
love
Street
that game.
Fighter.
That game is fantastic.
Yeah, but yeah, this has been a great year for the X Men, man. Like Cyclops is finally getting his props.
Yeah.
Cyclops finally getting respect after X Men '97, which was, oh my god. If X Men '97 was a movie, that would have been my number one for sure.
Yeah. That was a great series. Took me a while to watch it, but it was great.
It was
I
way
agree.
better than it had any right to be. Like between this and
Mhm.
Deadpool, like the X Men are back. You know, this is a great year for the X Men.
Thank God.
You
I
know,
feel like people were questioning the X-Men, and I'm like, "No, this is what X-Men has always been.
yeah, it's always been kick ass.
Great."
It's just Fox likes to make
Yeah.
Rogue just like a damsel in distress for some reason. I don't know.
It's because there's like in my eyes, like so many people, there's like an interpretation of Rogue that people are like, "Oh my god, she's sexy all the time. Let's make her do nothing."
No, man. Rogue was badass in this adaptation, especially after that one episode with
She
Gambit.
was.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But as you know, in comics, no one ever truly dies.
No, there's already rumors that he's gonna come back as one of the four horsemen of apocalypse. And I'm just like,
Mhm.
guys, let me finish my salad. Jesus. Let me mourn,
I
damn it.
know. Oh my god. Uh, Also, I think I mentioned it before, Arcane.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I'm telling you, bro, you have to watch it if you haven't seen it. It is a great animated show. It is a great study on character development, and let's flip the switch on roles and just accept them for who they are. No gender norm, anything. It just characters are what they are, and they kick ass. Like, great film. It goes over trauma, it goes over healing, it goes over politics in a way like what's right from wrong. Should we help people in the hood or should we not help people in the hood? But then people in the hood are split, meaning let's go make things right and keep it a secret and never tell anybody, which I liked a lot. Or do you, double down and then bring drugs into the mix, but like there's no real drugs in this world. It's called shimmer. So it's not what you think it is, okay? But
My shimmer.
my shimmer, there was a character who was like, no, my shimmer. Like, I have to smell it.
Oh no, Star, you
Wait, like,
got your shimmer back.
right? I hope you like purple juice, because if you drop that purple juice you lose your power.
Man,
um
I'm looking at a
but
poster, and the girl with the blue
mhm.
hair is judging me.
She is judging you. She's like totally emo. Not really. Yeah, really, really good characters. Nothing is what it seems. Okay. And it's about family. It really is about family. So hi, if you have not seen it, please go and watch it. I recommend it. It's really, really good. I've watched it twice
I mean, I'll watch
already.
it, but after we finish Tomb Raider.
Oh yeah, that's right. We got to finish that. We do that. I got time.
Yeah, Tomb Raider was pretty good. Like, we saw half of it. I love Haley Atwell as Lara Croft. She kicks ass. She does not look like a man. Okay, internet. She does not look like a man.
The internet's just
Yeah,
the bag of trash AI now. So who?
bag of dicks. But yeah, we gotta finish that. What else? Transformers One.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Did you see it?
Yeah, I did see it.
I told you. Wasn't it good?
It was good. You know,
I told you, bro.
I didn't doubt you.
Listen. I know. Fuck Michael Bay. This was what Transformers should have been.
Yeah,
It should have been this.
I know. I saw it. It was in like in the middle of a triple feature between Beetlejuice, Transformers, and The Substance. I saw it.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy triple feature. But you know, it took a while to win me over because they were like they were quick making like Marvel characters. I'm like, all right, is this just like a Transformers movie with like Marvel dialogue? But like once they got to the surface of their planet and the revelation started happening, then I started to get locked in. I'm like, oh, okay, this is interesting. This is going places. And then on the third act is
To
crazy.
me, this is how Scar and Mufasa should have been.
Right? Yeah, man. Because you really buy Optimus and Megatron as like friends. You buy it.
Yeah, you really do.
And then the turn from Megatron, who's played by Brian Tyree Henry from Atlanta.
He did a great job.
Yeah, he did a great job voicing him. Chris Hemsworth voices Optimus. And it's cool, like, seeing them. It's like an origin story. You see them, like, learning how to transform for the first time, and they fuck it up immediately. Like, only a wheel
Yeah,
comes
that
out.
Yeah, it was hilarious. It's like, don't look at it. Don't look at me. Is it all the way out? It's like,
Yeah. It's like, oh, I can't do this. Bumblebee won't shut the fuck up. Which is ironic, because, you know, he never talks. But here he's quipping. He's like Ryan Reynolds in this movie. He's like, wah, 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 wah. Yeah, check out Transformers 1. That was a good film. Everybody Still Hates Chris was actually like a really solid follow-up to Everybody Hates Chris, the show. Has a lot of the same heart, the same humor. Most of the cast come back to reprise their roles, and it was good. Well, my only complaint is like Comedy Central just burned through it immediately. Like, they only had 10 episodes for the season, and they showed 2 episodes a week. And so it was over like super fast. I'm just like, yo, let it cook, let it marinate, let it get an audience. I hate when they do that.
Yeah, animation they're saying like right now, ever since those protests, I keep telling people, please support your animators, your local artists, listen to them, hear them, because the things that are doing well or looking good are getting cut. And they don't care how much money. I don't even know what it is about anymore. I think they're just trying to replace people with AI. Your companies are not loyal to you anymore. So just be aware. That's all I'm saying. And I agree. Like if you know something is good, why are you cutting it down? Like, I feel like Has Been Hotel would have been better with 13 episodes rather than 9. And we're getting a second season. And once you sell, I have to use the word sell out. I don't like using that word. But once you sell out to a bigger company so you could get the funding for your dreams, does not mean you'll have control over it or even have it be good anymore. So there's that.
Yeah, dog. We don't support that AI bullshit. Looking at you, Coca-Cola. Looking at you. I saw Smiling Friends.
Oh, how was that? I heard it was a great show.
It's a good show. It's Adult Swim, so you know what you're getting into by watching it. But it tickled me. You know, there's a lot of like jokes that just come out of left field and surprise you. They subvert your expectations. That's what I was looking for.
Oh, there we go.
Like one episode, there's like a Christmas party, and one of the dudes has to go into like the forest to get like something for the party, and then he's chased by this monster who's like all black with like big eyes, like kind of Courage the Cowardly Dog style. It's like
Mhm.
CG. And then he gets chased to the party, and the monster goes to the party, and then everybody like looks at him, and he's like, "Bro, are you doing blackface?" And he just proceeds to like kick the shit out of him.
Yo, that's so funny. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's on my list. That's on my list.
it's worth a watch. It's funny. It tickled me. Also, what was really good that came out like at the very beginning of the year was the Ted show.
Mhm.
That was really funny. Like Ted works so well as a sitcom. Probably better than
The
a
teddy
movie.
bear?
Yeah, the teddy
The ted
bear.
Oh.
Yeah, at first they weren't gonna do like a second season. This was gonna be like a one-off, but it did so well for Peacock because Peacock don't got anything good that they're bringing it
No, it really
back.
doesn't.
Like I don't know what happened to the Fresh Prince reboot. I think that died. Uh, but yeah,
Think
Ted the
they know
show.
either.
Ted the show was fun. I love that. Me and Kristen saw Baby Reindeer on Netflix,
Mhm.
and that was just physically uncomfortable.
Yep.
Yeah, if you don't know, it's about a stalker that stalks this like a bartender, and it's based on a true story. Like the
Mhm.
guy who plays him in the show is the guy that happened. Like it happened in real life too. And it's just
Yeah.
so weird, because at first you can tell he likes the attention. He's just like a regular dude. And he's like, oh, I'm getting like attention from a girl, and then it starts to get problematic. He's texting him or emailing him all the time, following him home, and you can like he's trying to like stop it, but then there are times when he misses her, and it's just gross. It's very toxic.
Yeah, that was a thing. I didn't want to watch it because I knew somebody like that once upon a time ago, and like I watched the interviews for it, and I was like, you know what? I'm glad he can heal himself through media because I watched an interview with the woman it was based off of.
Ooh.
She's crazy, bro. She really is crazy, just like in the show, and she's trying to sue, and it's just uncanny how he captured her to a T. And she denies everything, by the way. She's saying, like, well, he's mentally unstable, and I don't even know why he made this. This is a lie. And like, I didn't do any of this stuff. I was like, dang. And then the guy who interviewed her was like, oh, what about these emails? I never sent any of these emails, but it has your name on them, bro. Like, can you explain that?
Yeah, man. There's a lot of people like that in real life. You just got to be really careful. Like showing kindness is one thing, but if you enable it for too long, it could develop into something really sinister.
And that's why I can't watch that film because
No, don't. You know.
uh you've no like I haven't really told you a lot of things, but you're gonna see some stuff that I'm making right now
Yep.
that will explain everything. So in a
Foreshadowing.
constructive way. Yes. That's all I have to
Yeah.
say.
Yeah. Something more wholesome. I saw this show called The Traitors, which is a reality
Oh.
show with a bunch of people from reality TV, and it's basically, I guess, kind of like Clue, the game,
Mm-hmm.
or like it's like a murder mystery because at the beginning of the show there's 20 people, and then Alan Cumming, who's the host, he's a great host, by the way. He's so great. He's so
Mm-hmm.
extra. He chooses three people to be traitors, and they have to
Mm-hmm.
keep it a secret. And every night they kill, quote unquote, kill someone off. And so
Mm-hmm.
the object of the show is to find out who the traitors are and get them out before the end of the game. And whoever's
Mm-hmm.
like left standing wins the money. And
Mm-hmm.
it was cool. It was a good time. I liked it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's something you could play with like in real life with your friends if you rent a mansion for like 2 weeks. Like sure.
Renting a mansion for 2 weeks. Baby. I don't know.
Baby.
Gotta say it like that. Baby.
Oh, you went to Sonic Symphony. You got to talk about that.
Oh my god. Okay, Sonic Symphony, everybody. That was really a highlight. Like Janet Jackson was a highlight because you and I got to see it together.
Yeah.
I took my friend who knows nothing about Sonic. She's just like, you know what? She's in her like getting over a breakup, and she's like, I'm down for anything. Let's just go, throw things away with reckless abandon. And I was like,
She's in her eat, pray, love era.
yo, she really is. And I was like, you're gonna have a good time. And she's thinking it's just a regular symphony, and there was a big screen. We got balcony seats. That's the way to go, by the way. Um, People were dressed up in cosplay. I got some Sonic Symphony merch. Everybody was so nice, so nice, so nice. I was able to deflect my new superpower is no, and I didn't. So I was able to deflect a dude who looked interested in me away from me, and he ran off. But I did it in a nice way that didn't have me like humoring him. I literally said, "You have to go now," and he looked at me and he goes, "Huh? There's a Sonic cosplayer this way," and he ran off. It was beautiful. So if you ever go see Sonic Symphony, the tickets are reasonable. It starts off as a regular symphony. You got a band they have the cello player, the flute, the drums, the bass, the sexy saxophone. It was beautiful. And they go through the eras of Sonic. So from Sonic 1, 2D, all the way to Sonic Adventure. That was it was beautiful.
They play Sonic Heroes.
Right?
Sonic
That was part 1. We took a break. They only played one. It's true, they did. They did play that. But nobody was singing. It was just a symphony. And you got to see people playing the game on the screen. So then when Act 2 comes around, it's a hardcore metal concert afterwards. It was amazing. They played Live and Learn, Open Your Heart. They even played Can You Feel the Sunshine from Sonic Racing, and everyone was screaming. And then they played Pumpkin Hill. Yeah, dude. And then one guy was singing Pumpkin Hill. He was like, it's Halloween time. And you know what it means? We go play Pumpkin Hill. Happy Halloween, y'all. You ain't gonna touch me. No, a different rapper did. But it was cute. It was fun.
I'm looking at a picture.
When we left, yeah.
No, I found the picture of the black nerd, Andre Meadows.
That's so funny.
At the symphony.
That's adorable. I gotta show you. I have pictures from it. A lot of pictures. Sonic Symphony. There was a Sonic cosplayer.
Oh.
That was there. He made a guitar that they invited him on stage.
Wow.
Oh, first of all, Black Nerd, love him forever. They invited this guy on stage, and he built this guitar, by the way, and it works. And it was the most wholesome thing. I loved it. This is the one. You could follow him on Instagram. I'm gonna just give him a shout out because he made my day. I have a picture of me jumping and like, and I said thank you so much. And he plays Open Your Heart, the composer who
Jun Sanoa.
Yeah, he was there. He's part of the tour. So it was great. I had a wonderful time. Great time for Sonic nerds to come together. It was great.
I know.
Highly recommend.
Yeah, a lot of my friends went to it. You know, would have been cool to get like an invite, but you know, it's okay. It's all right. It's okay.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably gonna fly up and we just go see the Sonic Symphony together.
Oh my god! Is it still like on tour right now?
Yeah, it's gonna go on tour for a while. What I wanted to do was go again in January, but it was in DC because I'm going to DC for MagFest. Guess who's not going?
You're not going anymore?
No. Well, I'm going to MagFest, but I'm not going to get the Sonic Symphony for 2025. The tickets were like almost $200 a seat, so I said forget it. I'm not. Yeah, I already spent a lot of money on MagFest, so.
Yeah, girl. Um, I'm happy for you. I got to see Usher this year. That was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah,
He
ushering in a new year.
I got to see that man hump the mic stand in person.
I love that for you.
After that awesome Super Bowl halftime performance, never forget. Never forget. But music wise, I think who this was the year of Kendrick Lamar. That man.
He had an anime year. Like he battled Drake
He
in an anime style.
massacred. Like he might be the thumbnail for this video because that dude just massacred Drake in every conceivable way, and it's not something I was like super like paying attention to, but it was just all over the feed every time Kendrick would drop a new song. It would just
Mhm.
blow up. It would trend. Everybody was talking about it, quoting it, and you just can't. Eventually, you cannot like resist. You just gotta like be like, what's going on here? And then Not Like Us came out. I for some reason I didn't hear it for like 2 months, but it was like everywhere. And then
Yeah, it was.
I knew this was a big deal when I went to Donny Park and I saw Not Like Us t-shirts being sold.
Dang.
This dude massacred Drake. And then on top of that, with the multiple disses and all that, the music video, he gets invited to do the goddamn Super Bowl for next year.
Yep, that's how you do it.
It's like
Crush your enemies, and then you get invited to the Super Bowl to read stories.
he's like he like they were like, yo, you did such a great job of like squishing Drake into oblivion. Here's the Super Bowl, like here's the biggest audience in the world. You're welcome.
That's
Like
wild.
it's insane this man has the year this man has gotten. And then he released a surprise album a few weeks ago and everybody's been
Mhm.
quoting the mustard. Have you been seeing that? Everybody's saying
No.
mustard. Like that was a thing for a week because in a song he
Wow.
yells is it. This man like I'm like a casual fan. Like I'm not against him. I'm not for him. But I can't deny this guy's talent. Like he brought
Mhm.
hip hop back. He brought real hip hop beef back to the forefront, and I love it.
Wow.
I love it because everybody's like nobody has that passion anymore to like go after someone or
Yeah, for real.
fight for like what they stand for, and he does. That's why I have like so much respect for this man because I loved Drake in the beginning. Like his first 3 albums I thought they were nice. After that he just kept coming out every year like Madden. It's just like, oh, it's just the same songs with like different
Mhm.
beats. So it's just like he just got played out. But Kendrick, he takes his time between album releases. So people are always like anticipating, like, when is it gonna drop next? When's it gonna drop next? Like this dude, like he really cares about music and hip hop, and I can
Mhm.
respect that. And he had one of the best songs off the Black Panther soundtrack. So
Ooh.
yeah. So thank you, Kendrick Lamar, for keeping things interesting. Maybe I'll listen to one of your albums
That's
next
so funny.
next year, maybe. Also, man, like, so there's a lot of rap heads that dropped albums this year. You got Eminem coming back. You had LL Cool
Mhm.
J drop his first
Mhm.
album in 11 years, which was pretty good. I was surprised he did a
A
song with
long
Eminem.
time.
They collaborated on a song called Murdergram Duh. And that was like a wet dream for me because it's like two of my favorite rappers on a song together in like 2024. Like 14-year-old me would like explode. Like what?
Like, oh my god.
That made me happy. And then Ice Cube came back out. Even Exhibit dropped something new. Snoop Dogg just dropped. Well, Snoop Dogg always drops.
Well, I think is hold on. That new TMNT movie. Hold on. TMNT.
I think Busta Rhymes came out with a new album recently. Like hip hop is back, man.
I would say hip hop is back as well as girls of pop. Girls of pop have been killing it all summer, and I don't like pop like that, bro. I don't like Sabrina Carpenter, Billie Eilish. Uh, I don't want to count like okay. I'm gonna add Megan Thee Stallion in there because I guess pop has this thing happening. You could say Taylor Swift, but she's not my favorite. But she has such an influence on people.
No, Pop had a great year too. Like you
Yeah.
said, Dua Lipa dropped this year. Kylie Minogue dropped her like 17th album this year. I got into her. Like I listened to every single album she put out this year, and I just fell in love.
Mhm.
Like I was like, where was this my entire life? Like all her music, she really set the trend for a lot of um, the music direction in the early 2000s, especially like with dance songs and EDM. Like that was all
Mhm.
her,
Mhm.
man. Like when she was setting the trends, and even now, like in her 50s, she's still putting out like great stuff, and she's going on tour in April.
Mhm.
I'm gonna try to see her. I'm gonna try.
It's crazy.
It's exciting to be just excited for music again. I also did the same with Lenny Kravitz. I got into his discography, and now I want to see him on tour. That man is a
Mhm.
vampire, bro. He's 60 years old. And how do you look like this? How? How do you look like this? How do you look like that? How?
He's living life the way he's supposed to,
Yeah,
through sexiness and joy. Like even his daughter, like yo, he's doing right when like people find his daughter not only attractive but having both genders moan at the Batman
man.
movie
Like,
just to see a
oh.
Kravitz. Just saying.
Yeah, she actually directed a movie this year called Blink Twice. Um, it was all right. Uh, I wanted it to be better, but it was okay. But yeah,
You
that gene pool is very talented and very beautiful.
They're beautiful creatures. Oh my god.
like Lenny Kravitz is like life goals because he just chills in the Bahamas, eats
Hmm.
fruit, and he loves life. He's like, yeah, man, I'm not seeing anyone, but if it happens, it happens. Like, that's me, man. I'm just like, yeah, I want to be like Lenny Kravitz.
You're like, that's the life I want to live.
I can't grow up my hair like that though.
It
Sorry.
happens.
All right. You got any cool stories? Other cool stories from this year?
Oh man, I did a lot of voice acting for commercials and YouTube animated indie animation projects. It was double. Very excited for one indie animation to release. I can't wait. Like seriously. It's called Infinitrix. Um, Unfortunately, I don't know when it's going to release, but there's that. And there's also, I'm playing a boy character named Swaggy in a baseball kids TV show. Not TV show, but animated short. I did some escape rooms. I did voiceovers for escape rooms.
You
I
did?
Yeah, dude. But the escape rooms in Sweden, of all places.
What the fuck? That's so
Yeah,
random.
it really is. But you never know where you're gonna be, right? Oh, and the another I do a lot of cell phone app voice acting too. And one is for teaching you how to use a guitar through Muppets. So like little Muppets that show you how to put your fingers on the guitar, and then they talk about let's practice uh the drums or the bass or what these symbols mean. It was a very fun experience, and I went down my list and I was like, "Holy crap! I did a lot. I didn't realize I did that." So yeah, I'm happy for it.
It's beautiful. And you wrote a book. You have a book out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I wrote a book. Yeah, and it's out. It's selling slowly. I'm going to be hitting the streets and introducing it to one of the local bookstores. So I'm very happy about that too. And there's more to come next year.
Yeah, you gotta go out there and do some book signings. You gotta like do some read alongs. Like I'm gonna read this book in person.
Yeah, dude. I did that already in front of a crowd of people. I'm gonna do it again. So I'm very happy.
I love that for you. Yeah. I went to my first rave in 10 years this year. with John, and that was fun. We saw the Crystal Method live.
Yeah.
Chris,
Oh yeah,
yeah, Crystal Method are the
yeah, yeah,
soundtrack to
yeah.
a lot of
How
car
was that?
commercials
How was that?
back in the day. It was great, man.
Mhm.
Like those dudes know how to throw a killer set. Um, and that venue was great too. It was like five different places where you can just like dance and stuff, and that
Mhm.
was awesome. We also like did a Halloween party. I had like a good Halloween for once. Usually I'm just inside bored, but I went to a Halloween party at a tea shop in New
Ooh.
Hope. But one of the cooler things I did this year was Colossal Con East. In when I stayed at the
Mhm.
Poconos, it was at Kalahari Water Park Resorts, and I'm
Mhm.
not like I don't know a lot about anime, but I do love seeing people in costumes enjoying their passion, and that was great for me. I only
Mhm.
went for a day, but you know, I took a lot of pictures with some cool peeps. I did a kendo class, uh,
Ooh.
and yeah, I finally went to the water park, which I've been dying to go to for years, and it did not disappoint. It was a great water park. There was a big ass pool party, and then Jesus and the Pope came in the pool, and Jesus started
Oh my
baptizing
god.
people in the
Oh my
water.
god.
It was so
That's
much
so funny.
fun.
Bro,
And
somebody there is taking that way too seriously too. I'm just saying. Go
yeah,
ahead.
man, like, and there was so many like good looking people there. I was just like left and right. I'm just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I'm gonna see if I can find that Jesus video because it was so good. It was so good. Jesus,
So
Jesus.
funny. They're like, let's get baptized. Yeah. Gosh, it's so funny. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I love when people do that.
Yeah, I love
It's
it too, man. And I definitely want to go
so
back again next year for sure. For sure. And I got to spend my birthday in Las Vegas last month with my mom. That was really nice.
yeah, dog.
So, you know, I cannot complain. This year was pretty good. It was pretty
Yeah, I'm
good.
gonna say the same thing. I feel like I learned a lot this year as well. Um, and I think uh moving forward, um, I need to lighten up a little bit more and rest a lot more, you know, plan better. But it's not like a criticism,
Building
it's
your
more of an
online business?
No, we get that, man.
things
Humans
and
in 2025 are in quite a
Oh,
mess.
yeah.
being too
Obviously.
serious. I realize the burnout is the reason why I can't do a lot of things or feel well,
Hello,
you know?
I'm
Like,
Patrick.
I thought I had depression. No, it was burnout.
Yeah, dog.
So, yeah.
A lot of YouTubers experienced burnout this year. It was like a lot of videos saying, I don't know what I'm going to do. I might quit YouTube, you know. I get it, man. Like if you work too hard, you're gonna hit rock bottom eventually. You know, everything comes in strides.
Mm-hmm.
I would say work hard, play hard.
Yeah. My job really likes me, which is really nice, and you moved and then you moved back, like you discovered stuff.
Yeah, I was out there for 4 months, and you know, even though I spent a lot of money, I think I needed that experience,
Mm-hmm.
just to learn more about myself and allowed myself to be by myself because I do have this thing sometimes where I'm just like I hate being alone, so I'm always like looking for someone like spend time with and stuff like that. But being out there made me realize like it's okay to be alone. You know, I went on hikes alone. I went to the movies by myself. I took
Mm-hmm.
drives. I went ate at restaurants. I
Mm-hmm.
explored, and it's all good. You know, I had to learn like it's okay to be by yourself, man. It's totally chill.
Now, child, you are never alone. The universe is always with you.
Yeah, and it was also great to get that break from New York City. I think I needed it. I definitely like needed to like just be away for a little while, and you know now I'm back and I'm getting a new couch.
Yeah, you're broke.
2025 new couch.
New couch, being adult,
Yeah,
getting a new couch, bitch.
I'm gonna watch the new season of Squid Game, which no one is talking about. So
Really? Like my brother he's like, "Whoa, hold the phone. This is too good. We got to savor it." He called me about it last night. He's like, "You should watch it. Go watch it." I was like, "Okay, calm down."
did you see season one?
Nope.
It's ironic because like the whole message is like, oh, capitalism is bad, and now Squid Game is like one of the most profitable franchises for Netflix. So it kind of became what it was trying to make commentary on.
Yeah.
Isn't that wonderful?
Well, a whole bunch of YouTubers are in the new season. A lot of Asian YouTubers that I unironically watch um because reasons.
Reasons. It'd be better if Shadow was in it.
I know, right?
'Cause
He'd probably liberate them all. He's such a liberator.
Because it was the year of Shadow, and it was way better than the year of Luigi. Tell you that.
Dang. Dang.
Yeah, that's right. I still gotta play Shadow Generations.
It's good.
I know.
It's good.
I'm waiting for the discount.
That's so funny. It's discounted on uh Play Asia, but I was told that place sounds like an adult film thingy.
Right. Well, before we go,
Mm-hmm.
that was a 2024 Encore. Let's look towards the future
Yeah.
and talk about what we want to do in 2025. Let's do this.
You want to go first?
So what I'm going to do, or at least attempt to do next year, I'm going to try to do the whole year as a vegetarian. Yeah. I don't know, I just thought it'd be a fun challenge. Because I'm always doing like these food challenges where I'm like cutting something out. And I'm like, I want to see if I can do a whole year as a vegetarian.
Mm-hmm. That's a big challenge.
It is, I did my research and stuff like that. And, I'm going to take it day by day, see how I feel. I'm not going to like kill myself.
Yeah.
But,
I would say make sure you get your vitamins. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, B12. B12, baby. Also want to like, I'm going to a furry fiesta in April. Next year is like the 20th anniversary of me joining the furry fandom and meeting all my friends. So, I wanted to do things that kind of like celebrated that. One of them is going to this con, and I also want to do a beach party in August. Already doing research on that, looking up beach houses, and yeah, just have a good time. Be safe, stay healthy. Gonna start writing again.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. I stopped writing for a while because it's like I needed more experience. I needed to have some new experiences to write about. And so I think next year I'll be ready to get back in there. And I want to at least go to one place that's on my travel list. Either maybe Bermuda or New Orleans. But yeah, that's my hope for next year.
Bermuda. Ooh, I like Bermuda and Jamaica. Bermuda. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, that's cool. That's solid. That's solid. I would. I'm gonna just work on publishing another book, and I'm gonna practice better self-care. I'm realizing I really desperately need it. I was like, it's not enough to just sit and do nothing, right? You said some key things. You're good at self-care. You're good at it. You're like, you know what? I'm gonna go out and eat a lasagna, or I'm gonna You know,
The lasagna.
right? And then you're like,
Uh,
you know what? I'm gonna go get a nice smoothie for myself. Like, you do that, and versus me, I'm like, I gotta work, I gotta work, I gotta work. This will get done. I have to do it, and then I get sidetracked and work on stuff for other people, and then I'm not happy. I'm helping people less and less, and not in a way where it's like, F you, I'm gonna step over you. It's more of a, I don't have the mental capacity to do this. So here's somebody else that can help you. And you know what? That's the best shit I could have ever done for myself. I feel so much better. And working on some animations. God, I can't wait to show you what I'm doing, bro. I can't talk about it, but next year is gonna be more illustrated stuff. That's really what I want to do, and relax more.
yeah, I want to
Yeah.
cosplay more. I wanna that
Do
more.
it. Do it.
I just love dressing up and being a ham. What can I say?
Yeah. For sure.
That sounds awesome. I can't wait to see what you got lined up in the future. And
Yeah, you're actually gonna help me on it because I said so.
yeah, because you
Um,
said so.
yeah.
Yeah, you showed me a little doodle before we got on
Yeah.
of things to come. Yeah, man. Listen, like whatever projects you have, you want my help, you just tell me when and where. That's
Best part's gonna be easy because all I need is your input.
exactly, you know me, bro. I'm like always supporting you, always supporting your needs.
Thanks, man. I always support you. You're such a free spirit.
I
You're not
know.
held down by anything, and I
I
think that's why people are like intimidated by you. I'm not. I'm saying intimidated lightly, but
no, it's true. You know, I try to keep a level head. I'm the ambassador of self love. I'm the best partner I can be to myself. Because why not?
Mhm.
And yeah, you know, it's been a stressful few weeks. Like I've had friends of mine have issues, and they've come to me specifically to help out. And you know, I always just do the best I can. You know, I want
Mhm.
my friends to be happy and you know succeed. Like I said, my Christmas wish. Like I want my loved ones to feel good. Because if they feel good, then I feel great.
Mhm.
And anything I can do to help facilitate that, I'm willing
Mhm.
to do. And that's never going to stop, you know?
Yeah.
Never going to stop. And yeah, it was another season in the books. It's the episode 99, but that means next time is the 100th episode of the Dimensional Rift.
Let's make it happen.
Yeah, we're going to have special guests. We're going to have the Hawktua girl.
Oh God, no! Oh my God! Oh my God! No, it disappears.
We're gonna have Moist Critical Skype in and give us a moist meter on our 99 episodes.
That's funny.
It's gonna
It's like, I'm moist critical. I think 2024 was okay. I'm glad that the CEO got assassinated. Justice for America. I don't know.
I know, man. And we're gonna have Chris Pratt's former roommate's cousin's brother-in-law join us live in the studio.
Yeah. Stop.
It's gonna be a star-studded occasion that you don't want to miss. We'll be talking about the
Yeah.
past, the present, and the future of the Dimensional Rift. And we're just gonna have a good time. Will we do a face reveal? Probably not.
No.
You heard it here, folks. No face reveal. But maybe we'll get a custom thumbnail. Maybe.
Yeah.
All right. That's all, folks. You want to say bye to the children?
Bye, children. Bye, people.
Oh my God! Bye. Bye. I still want to see Night Bitch, but it's not playing anymore.
Boo. I'm hungry though. Who's honking? Is somebody honking at me? I can't.
Yoko and Risky Dimensional Ring.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's a good one. All right. I.
Yoko and
Oh,
Risky
there's probably twice in a row,
Dimensional
and it
Ring.
worries me. I'm gonna be home all day.
Yoko and Risky Dimensional Ring.
It's whatever. You know?
Like you said, it's whatever.
Yeah, it's whatever.